Good morning. It's a public holiday today in Austria, so time to do another special edition of Ars Boni. I would like to answer the question today why Ars Boni is called Ars Boni. It's probably a question that can be very easily answered by many lawyers, but not necessarily by people who do something else for their living. So very briefly, Ars Boni is a very short quote coming from the probably most influential legal document ever written, from the Digest of Justinian. That is a collection that was undertaken under Justinian, who was a Roman emperor in the 6th century after Christ, and it's a collection consisting of Roman law texts that are much older, many of them coming from the 1st or the 2nd century after Christ, including one quotation from the Roman lawyer Celsus, Publius Juventius Celsus, who is quoted at the very beginning of the Digest of Justinian in the following way: Ut eleganta Celsus definit, jus est ars boni et equi, or in English, as Celsus elegantly describes it, law is the art of goodness and equity. That's one of the very oldest and certainly one of the most influential definitions of the law ever given. Importantly, for example, Celsus talks about art and not about science. And it's not only about doing the right things, but it's also doing things in the same way. Equity is also important here. And it is a very traditional way of understanding what law is and what lawyers would be expected to do. That's also the reason why we don't have only Ars Boni here, but we also have a second podcast that I would highly recommend to you. Once again, Ars Equi, which is run by two of my fellow colleagues at the department, Paul Eberstaller and Tima Anwana. You might have a look into this as well. Have a good public holiday today.